Welcome back, everybody. You know what time it is, you know what we do here. 2025 is an exciting time. With new games hitting the market in my favorite genre, in my favorite medium, VR, there are a lot of things to discuss in terms of the fierce new competitor to Ghosts of Tabor, Contractors Showdown ExfilZone. I've been balls deep in this game for the last few weeks, and I think I am finally at a point where my rose-colored sunglasses are beginning to fade into perfectly translucent spectacles that can view these games with as little bias as I possibly can. That being said, I am human, and there will always be a tinge of bias in anything I say, no matter how hard I try. And as of right now, I do enjoy ExfilZone far more than Ghosts of Tabor, making my opinion sway more into the positive direction of ExfilZone overall. But I would like to challenge myself and talk objectively about the things Ghosts of Tabor actually does do better, so that the consumer, such as yourself, can make more informed decisions on where you should spend your money and, most importantly, your time. So let's get into this, because these features and gameplay mechanics could mean far more to you than they do to other people, making it a deciding factor on what game you think is better overall. This list is in fact larger than you might think, given the fact that everybody is quite eager to grave dance on the head of Ghosts of Tabor, given its new competition. So after over 500 hours in Ghosts of Tabor and over 60 hours in ExfilZone, these are 4 things Ghosts of Tabor is actually doing better than ExfilZone at the moment. Starting with the first thing Ghosts of Tabor does better than ExfilZone is something ExfilZone doesn't even have at the moment, is airdrops. When you play on the island of Tabor, there is a percentage chance that an airdrop full of rare supplies will drop on a random location on the map that usually turns that area into a contested PvP frenzy for the stuff inside. This might not seem like a big deal, but this feature speaks to a fundamental ingredient in an extraction shooter, which is dynamicism. Dynamic gameplay is the main reason these types of games can wipe over and over again and bring people back for thousands of hours of playtime, repeating the wipe cycle and same grind, because each wipe feels different. Each raid you enter throws something unexpected your way, and the chance you will ever be in the same exact situation or gunfight is quite rare, and it's the reason this genre is as unique as it is and still feels fresh after all of these years. The fact that these airdrops happen randomly and land in random locations on the map speaks to this crucial aspect, so that is why airdrops are a big one for me. Next are 2 very important quality of life features that ExfilZone again does not even have. One is the ability to save gun builds and chest rig loadouts in your kiosk for a quick purchase to get back into raid, and the other is a load back into raid feature. Both of these mechanics are specifically aimed at getting the player back into raids, playing the game far more than fiddling around in the bunker or hideout looking for what to wear. Although I feel as though ExfilZone has a far better and functional hideout, without saved loadouts, it leaves having to build a new one every single time you die, and without the ability to load back into raid you might have desynced out of, means everything you brought in is gone no matter what you do in that scenario, and it does happen. This is quite an oversight from ExfilZone, and it's important they add these things into the game at some point in the future, because, like, come on. The third thing I will say is gun sounds. This is something I got pretty used to very quickly in ExfilZone, but overall the gun sounds are better in Ghosts of Tabor. That loud boom of a gunshot or crack of a suppressed round breaking the sound barrier at supersonic speeds is something Ghosts of Tabor got right here, and that speaks to another fundamental ingredient in an extraction shooter, which is immersion. Other than that, there is not much more I can speak to when it comes to guns between these 2 games in terms of what Tabor actually does better. The fourth thing is nighttime. Again, another feature that serves to add dynamic to the gameplay. This is something ExfilZone does not have at the time of its early alpha, and it shows. Tabor has already added functions to nighttime, such as a unique boss and increased loot spawns, which again makes these raids unique and fresh from the normal daytime raids. Other than that, I will let my bias shine through for a moment and say that ExfilZone is kicking its ass in almost every other way. Despite my feelings on Ghosts of Tabor, I'm excited for what the future holds for the game. They have promised a fleshed out Escape from Tarkov experience in VR, and any efforts to push any game to that level, whether it be in VR or any other medium, is badass to say the least. May the best game win, and may us as gamers eat good in the year of 2025. Let me know in the comments section down below, without any drama or glazing or hating or whatever it is you guys say these days, what you think Ghosts of Tabor objectively does do better, and how you think they're gonna have a leg up this year. I am actually quite interested in what you guys think, and it's important to have dialogue within the community so we can make these games as best as we can. Not only because we're paying for them and we want the most for our value, but because fun games are fucking cool. So let me know down below, hit the like button, and consider subscribing if you enjoyed the video. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.